Hi, this is Jane Mitten at Jane Does Keto. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Jane Mitten, and we have finished our 30-day keto challenge. So I'm just wondering, how are you doing now, day one after finishing the challenge and making it your lifestyle? Are you still on keto, I hope? Are you still doing fasting? So I am doing fasting. I'm doing a 16-8 today, so I'll do the 16 hours of fasting, and I'm going to have two relatively small meals. One, a salad, and probably one of fish. As you can see, I am still in Southern California, just on this little vacation to congratulate all of us on finishing our 30 days and getting ready for the 72-hour water fast. I hope that you're feeling really the best you've felt in years. I know that you need to be taking D3 or getting a lot of sun. I think 20 minutes of sun a day without sunscreen is a good idea. Any more than that, I do use sunscreen, although I don't know that you need to go to 60 to 100 block. I've heard that doesn't even help. But I like to get some sun every day. I like to walk every day, breathe, do some stretching, kind of things we've talked about in the past. The food, again, it's very simple. You're making salads of green leafy vegetables like lettuces, microgreens, broccoli, cauliflower, some peppers, certainly kale, mustard greens, collard greens, all of spinach. All of those are excellent. I usually make either a balsamic vinaigrette or white wine vinaigrette, even an apple cider vinegar vinaigrette. That covers two things. Usually upon waking, it's a very good idea to drink 6 to 8 ounces of water, and then have this combination where you do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with a half of a lemon squeezed in and about 6 to 8 ounces of water mixed together. That will give you an enormous amount of energy and clarity, and it starts the fat burning process, the ketosis, straight away when you first wake up. And I do that, around between 5 and 6:30 in the morning, and then I go usually till at least 1 o'clock without eating. But when I'm doing OMAD, one meal a day, I can go to somewhere between 3 and 5 p.m. without eating. And what I find, and all the research I've done with these top doctors around the world, and people who have lost great deals of weight and kept it off on keto and fasting, is that when you do OMAD, or the longer you wait between eating, so the longer fasting, the more energy, the more clarity, and the more calmness you feel. And certainly you're able to lose weight more quickly that way. So if you have more weight to lose, I know I'm trying to lose the last 25, have been kind of trying to lose that for a while, also lose inches and maintain muscle mass. Fasting is definitely the way to go. So about your fats, your avocado oil, olives, olive oil, ghee, which is kind of clarified butter in a jar. And again, you can get these anywhere. The Irish butter, the Kerrygold Irish butter, all of those things are fantastic. Maybe the best way to eat fat, though, is to simply eat a protein that has a lot of fat, such as salmon, sardines, herring, a lot of different fish. Hamburger has a lot of fat. I wouldn't eat the protein that's made from a printing machine. There's not a lot of evidence that is actually healthy at all. And what we're trying to do is go straight to the source. So we're eating the fish, we're eating the beef, we're eating some chicken. Of course, eggs are fantastic. Duck eggs are the best because they have the biggest yolk. Make sure you do not just eat the egg white, because you're missing out on all the good fat. And then, as I said, the green leafy veggies are the key of our carbs, But we're also having broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and some seeds. Usually those have some carbs. And we find that that is the healthiest way to get in, the 10 to 20 carbs. Most people on keto are on 20 carbs, but if you find you're not losing weight and you are on keto and you are at 20 grams of carbs or less, then you do what I did, which is you go down to 10 carbs a day, which is green leafy veggies. And then you also usually go to OMAD, 1 meal a day. And you will find that you will start losing weight. Remember, it's very common to hit plateaus. So as an example, over the 60 plus pounds I've lost, I have hit quite a few plateaus. I'd say maybe 7 or 8. And I've had times in the past year where I haven't lost any pounds for 5 or 6 weeks. But I always knew that I was losing inches because I would try on my clothes and see that those were loose. I didn't do something I recommend to you, which is check your inches everywhere right now. Even though you've been doing this for a month, you might find that you will see how many more inches you're going to lose. And the scale I have, I bought a new scale called a Withings, Withings off Amazon. And although I don't think it's 100% accurate, certainly accurate about weight, but then it checks body fat, it checks the electrolytes in your body, so it does a lot of other things that are interesting, and of course it'll save you and several other people's weights too, so you can track it, you can hook it up to your phone so that you can then have kind of a spreadsheet of how you're doing, and you can see that very dramatically. And I do recommend something that I did over the past year, which is I do recommend weighing yourself every day, simply because you then writing it down so that you have a track of how you've done. I don't live and die by the scale. I'm much more interested in the size I am. I want to be able to weigh as much as I can and be a tiny size. So for me, at 4'11", if I could weigh 115, which is what I weigh now, but I was a size 0, then I'd be happy. But that won't work, so that's why I'm needing to drop another 20 pounds. But if you can weigh more, that means you can eat more. And we don't count calories on keto, but it simply means that you have more room, more leeway. Obviously, the frame, the shorter you are, your margins are much smaller. So sorry if you're like me, where you have a small margin, but it doesn't matter. It's really about being able to be active, going out there and swimming in the ocean, do some boogie boarding, try surfing. Everybody can do these things. They're fun. Walking the beach, maybe doing some sprints. I do the fast walking, then I'll sprint, and then I'll walk, then I'll sprint. Do that. Simply walking in the water, barefoot, maybe the most effective thing you can do, because if you're walking on sand, you are grounding yourself to the earth, and then that comes from the feet all the way to the top of your head, and it rejuvenates the body. So it's very important. And if you can walk on sand and in salt water just to mid-calf, the salt water makes you feel like you've had an entire massage. It's absolutely amazing. So no matter where you are, if you can walk on, any kind of beachfront, being a lake or, a river, a stream, of course the ocean, that's a great idea. And it calms you. And you find when you're not eating sugar and heavy carbs and processed foods, you feel significantly calmer. And I have taken notice of that by looking at friends or family members, but people I know, and kind of comparing how they react to situations versus how I react. And this is, just even acquaintances or friends. And I feel like I react to things totally differently than them from a non-emotional standpoint. And I very much attribute that to no sugar, no processed and packaged carb foods, no alcohol, and I feel like I see clearly the veil has lifted. I hope that has happened to you over our 30 days. Today would be in essence day 31, and we keep going. We look forward to our 3-day fast in just a couple of days, and let me show you how beautiful it is. See, there's a surfer, one of my favorite groups of people on earth, surfers. I don't care what their political interests are. I don't care if they're male, female, gay, straight, trans. I don't care if they're any ethnic group. I don't care if they're 5 years old or 105. I love all surfers because they have a joie de vivre about them that is so appealing. Why do they? I think it's because they're constantly walking barefoot on sand and grounding themselves to the earth, and they're swimming in salt water from the ocean. There's nothing more natural or probably better for you than that. So think about that. And you can boogie board if you don't want to surf, but here you go. A beautiful beach, Southern California. You've done a great job for the last 30 days. I'm proud of all of us. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you. We have a lot more to go because this is a lifestyle, and we're going to be doing a lot more over the next few months. So get ready, and just know that we're doing a 72-hour fast soon. It certainly is not dangerous for your health. In fact, it will rejuvenate your health. Again, this is Jane Mitten at Jane Mitten on YouTube. Please follow me and subscribe to my channel. I'm also Global Jane on Instagram, and I look forward to many more days, weeks, and months with you, showing you beautiful things as we change our wellness and our health, and we go to radiant health. We feel great. We use the sun, the sand, the wind, and good organic foods to heal us, healing from the inside out, without any drugs, without doctors. I certainly am consulting with quite a few integrative medicine specialists that are the top people in the world on keto, and I'm not on any medicine though. I am only doing this through health, and I hope for you the same. So I wish you well. Sunny days from Southern Cal, and I look forward to our fast in just a couple days. Jane Mitten. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube.